shit. What are you talking about?
Just stay away from the garbage, you know what I mean?
What, Paulie?
I'm not talking about what you did inside. You did what you had to do. I'm talking about now. From now, here and now.
Paulie, why would I want to get into that?
Don't make a jerk out of me. Just don't do it. Just don't do it. I want to talk to you about Jimmy. You gotta watch out for him. He's a good earner, but he's wild. Takes too many chances.
No, I know that. I know Jimmy. You think I would take chances like Jimmy?
And Tommy, he's a good kid too, but he's crazy. He's a cowboy. He's got too much to prove.
No, I know.
You gotta watch out for kids like this.
Yeah, I know what they are. I only use them for certain things. Believe
Listen,
me, you don't
I
have
ain't
to
gonna
worry.
get fucked like Gribbs. You understand? Gribbs is 70 years old and the fucking guy's gonna die in prison. I don't need that. So I'm warning everybody. Everybody. Could be my son, could be anybody. Gribbs got 20 years just for saying hello to some fuck who was sneaking behind his back selling junk. I don't need that. Ain't gonna happen to me. You understand?
Uh-huh.
You know that you're only out early because I got you a job.
Yeah.
And I don't need this heat. Understand that?
Uh-huh.
And you see anybody fucking around with this shit, you're gonna tell me, right?
Yeah.
Shalom. We want to give all praise and glory to Yahweh, Ba'asham, Yahushai, Ba'asham, Rakah, Kadash. Double honors to our elders who rule Great Millstone well, and shalom to all you Akim that push this truth with sincerity. May you endure to the end. Shalom. Just like you saw the video, this is that movie Goodfellas, and it's between Paulie and Henry Hill, and they just got out of prison, and they were selling drugs in the prison to survive. And Paulie, the boss, was telling him, you better cut the shit out. You had to do it to survive the prison, but now that you're back, you need, in this thing of ours, you need to cut the shit out. You bring too much heat fucking around. Well, that's the same thing with this truth. If you're out mixing around with all the heathens and all the doctrines and all this mischievousness, you're actually the same as this man in witchcraft, because rebellion is as bad as witchcraft. If you rebel against the orders that are given by the men that were ahead of Israel, you're going to, it's as bad as selling drugs. If you're bringing in different doctrines because you're out mixing with all these different women, and women, I'm talking about actual spiritual women, different doctrines. Because honestly, if you mess with a woman that is a Catholic, you're going to do things with her that a Catholic does. The same thing with the Satanists. The same thing with all these heathen customs. So that's why you need to cut this shit out. Because Yahweh Ba'asham, Yahushai is an austere man and he ain't going to play.
That means anybody.
All right.
Yeah?
Yeah.
See how he slapped him? The Most High is coming. His son is coming. And he's going to slap the shit out of you if you do not repent. If it's for you to repent, if you're an elect and you know, you're going to be delivered. But you 2/3 that refuse to repent, you're going to get fucked up by the Yahushai. You're going to feel shame in front of Yahweh. Go ahead and get that your call.
Okay. Proverbs 26, chapter 26, verse 10. That great Yahweh that formed all things both rewardeth the fool and rewardeth transgressors.
Right, just like the elect are going to be rewarded life, the 2/3 are going to be rewarded death. The sinners are going to be rewarded death. And they're going to suffer plagues as they die. Keep going.
Proverbs 26, chapter 26, verse 11. As a dog returneth to his vomit, so a fool returneth to his folly.
Right? And the reason it says fool, what is a fool? A fool is an unbeliever. And if you're going back into the world and mixing with all this bullshit, you are nothing but an unbeliever. You lack faith. If you're not doing this work, it means you don't have faith. Because honestly, you believe that this work is vain, for nothing. Because if you really thought it had value, you would be doing the work to the best of your ability. That's how this man, Henry Hill, they actually have him on Howard Stern's and all these other interviews where he's mocking the whole mafia's family, that family that he was part of. That's what a 2/3 does. You want to be part of it. You want to have the glory and the all this and that, but then you go and you turn away and you go and mock it. A dog eats till he's full and then he goes and vomits and then licks it back up. That's how you are with this truth. If you know his name and you know you're an Israelite, and you're not, you're just not learning and you're not teaching, you're just like a dog that is ate, vomited it, and then trying to eat it back up. The vomit being the truth. You ate it, vomited it up, and now you're trying to eat it back up, suck it up. But you can't. It's not. It's nasty. It's filth to you now, and it's actually your damnation because you're the one that defiled it. See, that's why it's very important you take this truth very serious, and including the men around you. You know, in the movie 300, they showed you when you hold a shield, you're actually to be able to protect the man around you. And that's the truth right here now. That's why Elder Tahar is pretty much expelling all the men that are not fit for this battle. Because he's protecting the real elect. He's saying these men are insufficient to stand the line and fight the enemy, to lift up against our oppressors with this truth. Go ahead and get that.
This is 2 Peter chapter 2, verse 22. But it is happened unto them according to the proverb, the dog is turned to his own vomit again.
Right. So here we go. He turned to his own vomit. Everybody that had a dog knows a dog goes and licks up his own vomit, his own shit. They're filthy creatures. That's what he's saying. A two-third, a reprobate is a filthy creature. You pass by and hear, or you listen to one of these videos, and yeah, you're all right. I'm an Israelite. Yeah, the curses apply to me, but that's as far as it goes. You're a dog that sucks up your own vomit. You just come to watch the videos just for entertainment. You're a dog that's sucking up your own vomit. Because the Most High's judgment is too pure for I've heard before pussy stepping. You got to be a man in this truth, right? This ain't a boys' club. This ain't a gang. This ain't a VFW where you gather and fucking drink yourselves under the table. This is pushing the truth, praying and begging, because prayer means beg. You're begging to come out of this slavery. It's very serious. Your children's life are on the line. Your family's life on the line. Your life is on the line. So anyone that really beats around the bush about this, that's called pussy stepping, pussyfooting. You know, the truth is you got to be austere. You got to be living this truth and teaching this truth because you truly believe, because you have faith. Otherwise, you're just better off just go do what you're going to do. Go ahead.
And the soul that was washed to her wallowing in the mire.
In the mire, in the shit. You pull a pig out, you wash him, and where does he go right back to? The mud that's mixed with shit and piss and vomit and who knows what else. That's how you two-thirds are. You come in, you learn the truth, you learn his name, and then you start to disrespect the elders. Or you completely go against this truth. You say that it's wrong. Or you're not doing this work with sincerity. You're saying you believe. You say, I'm part of the camps, but you ain't doing the freaking work. No, you ain't part of this truth. And no, you're not a brother in this truth. You're an enemy. Just like this man said, it don't matter if you're my son. I'm going to tell you, cut the shit out. The time is too close for you to be fucking around. Leave the vomit alone. Purify yourselves. Repent, for the kingdom is at hand. Shalom.
Shalom.